And hello everyone, and welcome to the Ero PlayStation Formula 1 Grand Prix. Today we are at Melbourne in Australia for the Australian Grand Prix. As we can see, it looks to be raining in quali. We'll have to wait and see if it is inter or wet, but this will be quite interesting to see. You may or may not recognise me, but I'll introduce myself. I'm Cameron Don, F3 driver. My gamer tag is Tomesis. I commentated Formula 1 last week, and I had the pleasure to do so last week, and I also have the pleasure to do so again this week. Thank you again, mods, for the opportunity. Oh wait, no, it's on minimap. There we go, full map. So today we have 18 drivers. It will soon be 19 as one driver is joining during quali. I will go through the teams now. So in the Mercedes, currently right now we only have Axe, I don't know how you say it. He currently sits P8 in the championship. He will soon be joined by his teammate Guame de Rugnat, who currently sits P3 in the championship and was the winner of the race he was the winner in Austria last week, and he was the winner in the sprint race, but gained a penalty after an incident, so dropped to P3. So he missed out on only 2 points last week in the sprint race weekend at Austria. So then the next team is the duo in the Red Bull. We have the P2, Jean Visser and Joshua Evans, who's in P5 in the standings. And then in the Ferrari, we have one driver and one reserve driver. We have Ken, currently sits P6 in the championship, and the reserve driver from F2 of Masiek, who I believe scored 4 points in Austria last week. Actually, more in the sprint as well, I believe. Yes, 6 points in Austria last week, 2 in the sprint, 4 in the race. Next, in the McLaren, we have one driver and one reserve driver. We currently have the championship leader of Black Box and the F1 reserve driver of Selahattin or Sarkaya. Then in the Alpine, we have both full-time drivers. We have Luno and Saunders. Then in the AlphaTauri, we also have both full-time drivers of Mats, currently sits P10 in the championship, and Jet or Jacob. Then in the Aston Martin, we actually have a double reserve duo of Nestic from Formula 2, and making his debut as a F1 reserve is Javier, or I'm going to try remember his real name, which is Tobiah, as we actually see him go a little wide in the first corner. People will be crossing the line now. I'm going to quickly go for the rest of the teams. In the Williams, we only have one driver today, which is the other full-time driver of Stinos. In the Alfa Romeo, we have both drivers of Sniper and Loki. As you can see, Guile has joined the session. And in the Haas, we also have one full-time driver and one reserve driver. The full-time driver being Hassan and the reserve driver of Mike. A few drivers coming across the line now, I think. Yep, as Luno's the first to come across, 31. I don't know what the lap times are supposed to be in the wet condition around this track, as actually sets a 30.4. A few other drivers, I imagine, will be coming across. Mike is not next, it's Hassan. A few drivers behind. So we'll watch Hassan come round turn 12 and we'll go round 14 now. Make sure he gets a good exit. Doesn't look the fastest of laps, it may just be a little banker. Maybe first laps on the wet as he sets a 34. Probably a few mistakes, I would imagine, in that. Time to improve. As we see also Tobiah go P5 of 38, as we see Black Box set a 29.8, gets into the 29, so maybe that's what we're to see, maybe 29s potentially 28s. I don't know, maybe that's a little bit of a push. We see both Red Bull drivers come across. We see Joshua Evans go P3 with a 31.07, and currently P2 in the standings, Sean Visser going P5 with a 31.1. So only 3 hundredths between 3rd to 5th. As we see, who was that? Was that Luno? Yeah, it was Luno on another lap. So it's a 30.005, nearly the second driver to get into the 29 mark, but just misses out by 5 thousandths. As we see Ken also cross the line, goes P4 with a 30.9. Any other drivers? I believe Sarkaya came across a 32.5, but he's on another lap and 4 tenths up. I believe Stinos also came across, set a 31.3, but I think that said 7 tenths up, so a big current lap for Stinos now, as we have a Mercedes in the first sector. I believe it's Guil. No, it's Axe. Maybe was trying to go on another lap. Oh, as he loses his front wing. So Axe's spun and has lost his front wing. As we see Jacob or Jet come across the line, P11, 34.2. I imagine first lap or something on the wet as well. There will definitely be time there to improve for Jet. As I believe Mike will be one of the next to come across. As we see Jean Visser be the second person to set the 29s. He sets a 29.823, goes 3 hundredths faster than the current championship leader Black Box. As let's see Sniper's time, he goes P3. The third person to set the 29s gets a 29.95, around 5 hundredths off of Black Box, the championship leader. As Mike sets a 43.4, I imagine probably spun in that lap, so of course again there'll definitely be time to improve there compared to the rest of the field. A Sniper may actually be on another lap. We're going to see here if he is. Is he up on his time? He's up 4 tenths. He sets purple sector 1. 4 tenths would put him around the 29.5. Looks like the conditions are getting better and better. Of course, during the rain that's what happens. I don't believe it's going to be drying up though. I think it's currently still raining. Yeah, it's still raining, so it's just the condition of the track's just getting better over time. As that's what happens in real life, as we have loads of drivers here setting their first laps. We have Nestek, we have Loki. We actually see Loki go purple sector 1 with a 31.9. I don't know if that's like a really good time. I'm not so sure. I don't know the times in the wet. We have Grail coming around the last corner, turn 14. Let's see what time he can put in. He can put in a 29.5 and goes pole position, provisional pole I should say, a 29.5, 3 tenths clear of the field. But then we have Sniper, goes 3 tenths faster than Guil, a 29.2. So the conditions of the track is definitely getting better. I said maybe 28s. It will definitely be a few people getting into the 28s, I imagine, as the track, I believe, maybe just starting to get better. And also, I believe it's still raining a little. As let's just have a look a little bit down. Oh! When did this happen? Jet went P7 with 30.6. I did not see that because I'm kind of focusing on, like, you know, top drivers, but good lap by Jet there to set himself P7 now. Maybe boxing? No, maybe. Actually, no, he's on another lap, I imagine, looking at the Delta. As let's see what he can get. He'll come across the line. Will he improve? No, he will not. It looks like he maybe backed out a little or made a mistake at some point. Let's just look at the overall grid now, as we see loads of yellow flags. People probably getting out of the way, I imagine. So currently P1 we have Sniper. P2 we have Guil. Might actually change soon as Guil's come around the last corner. Sets a 28.9, the first driver to get into the 28s. And goes 3 tenths faster than Sniper. As Sniper goes into the pits. So let's go through the grid now. So we have Guil, or Guame, Darugna in P1, currently sits P3 in the championship. We have Sniper in P2, sits P7. We have John Visser, P2 in the championship. We have Black Box, who's currently the champ. Oh! We see a collision between the McLaren driver, Hatton, not getting out of the way of his teammate. Black Box won't be happy with that. We witnessed that, as well as we see Ken set a 29.856, goes 3,000 slower than Black Box, but Black Box is currently 6 tenths up, and Purple Sector 2, I'm pretty sure as well, he had Purple Sector 1, but 6 tenths will put him around 29.2, possibly around to P2, potentially P1. We'll have to wait and see how he does as he comes round turn 12, and he'll go around the tricky turn 13 and get the foot down very slowly around turn 14, the last corner, puts his foot down and will come across the line to set a 28.788, goes around a tenth and a half faster than Grail. So yeah, definitely I think the current time which everyone will try to set and will want to set is a 28. That is roughly right now the time to set, I would say. As we have someone off, I believe it's Saunders? No, it's Luno. Luno's binned it. He might have lost his wing. No, I don't believe. Oh no, he's got damage to his left wing. The end plates came off. Saunders, whoa! The Alpine driver goes P3 with a 29.0. Nearly the third driver to get a 28. That's a really good lap from Saunders. Currently sits P13 in the championship and has 6 points to his name and goes P3. So a good lap by Saunders, as we see Axie go P1 28.4. We may even potentially see 27s. The track, I believe, is drying up. Yeah, I believe it's not raining anymore, and if I'm right, I think it is. So you see Black Box. Oh wait, no, Black Box is on a lap. Sorry. Oh no, it was Jacob. Jacob set a 28.9 as the fourth driver to get into the 28s, as we also see Black Box will come across the line. We'll go pole, provisional pole with a 28.2. So Jet really loving the inters right now. Could potentially be dry soon though. So we'll have to wait and see. I imagine a few people at the back here may... Let's see, can we see tyres? Everyone is still on, like, inters. We see actually Saunders and Jacob both being on very old tyres, 5 lap old inters. As we see Joshua Evans go P3, the fifth driver to get into the 28, sets a 28.890. Goes around 5,000, 6,000 faster than Grail, but it's a massive 4.5 tenths off of Axie, who is in front, and then also another 2 tenth gap to Black Box, who's in front there as well. As we see, Ken, the first person to possibly try going onto the softs. No, he switches back to the inters. I think a few drivers may potentially try the dries. That was some rhyme in there. Some may try. I don't think it will be, as there's a yellow sector in Sector 3. That's just letting drivers past and slowing down to start their lap. Anyone on the lap right now? Black Box in the pits. Joshua Evans potentially on another lap, as he's actually getting a tow by... Actually, it's not really a tow, but his Red Bull teammate of Jean Visser is in front, who's actually on a lap as well. Can we see how much he's up on his time? Not right now, but currently sits P2 in the championship. Will definitely be wanting to set a good time here, put himself up where Black Box is the challenge potentially for the championship lead once again. He'll go around the last corner. We'll set a 27.9, the first driver to get into the 27s. He goes provisional pole, so yeah, it's definitely 27s right now as well, which are achievable. Joshua Evans actually boxed, so he maybe came out to give a tow to his teammate. I'm not so sure. As it looks like everyone's sailing the inters, and it's still, the dry still looks wet, so I don't believe it will actually be dry during this quali session. But it will continue, the track will continue to get better, so you'll want to get out as late as you can. As we'll watch Guil here, who's on a lap, currently sits P5, currently in quali, sits P3 in the championship. We see Loki go P4 with 28.480, roughly around 4 hundredths behind Axie. We'll go back to Guil coming around the last corner. He may, yeah, it looks like he's slowed down a bit. He may be trying to set up a good lap here. Maybe going for another lap. Yeah, looks like he'll be going for a faster lap now. Who was that? That was Sniper. Sniper coming across the line. Sitting a 28.132. He goes just under a tenth faster than Black Box. But currently, no drivers to be near Joan Visser's 27.9 time. As he'll also start another lap, of course. The later you wait is probably the better the track will be. As currently only one driver in the pits, which is Saunders. Everyone else is either on an out lap or on a lap. As there's only 2 minutes left in quali. So of course everyone will be looking to get out now. As Hassan is next to come across the line. He will set a 29... Oh no. I wasn't showing the times. Oh no, wow, that was a bit glitched. He sets a 29.5 and goes P11 currently. We have an Aston Martin coming across next. It's the Tobiah, but he's invalidated. But we'll start another lap now. We have a male driver of Loki. So we're seeing AlphaTauri Bennett. That is Jet. That is Jacob. That's his quali over. Currently P8. That's a damaged front wing, as you can see it on the track. So yeah, that is sadly Jet's qualifying over, as the qualifying's about to end. As Guil goes provisional pole with a minute left in quali, 27.7, literally 1/1000th off a 2/10th gap between him and Joan Visser. But Joan Visser is up 4.5 tenths. He could potentially be on here for like a 27.7. Oh no, not 2010s. A 27.4, 27.3 potentially right now. He'll come across the line. What will he be able to set? A 27.2. As Ken sets a 27.4. Potentially a 26 time may be possible by someone. I'm not sure who. Well, as we'll watch the championship leader, Black. Everyone is on laps right now. His Black Box goes extremely wide there. I believe this will be his last lap. He's up 7 tenths on his time, but it needs to be around a 1.5 second. As Luno goes P2 with a 27.3. That's qualifying over. Everyone will be crossing the line now. Stenos goes P4 with a 27.6. Who's next? We see Black Box. He's a second or 9 tenths up, but he needs to be over a second up. As we see, actually 26.8 provisional pole for the now. As of course loads of other drivers coming across the line. Mike goes P10. Grail beats his teammate. Provisional pole as well. The now 26.7. But we'll see Black Box coming round the last corner now. Will he be able to get into pole position potentially or higher up? We see Masick go P6. Black Box will go pole further now. Joshua Evans splits the Mercedes drivers, go P3. Sniper goes P5. Black Box, like I said, went pole 26.5. Nearly a 2/10 gap to Grail. As Ken goes provisional pole of 26.4. The track conditions are getting better. As Luno is slow. Stenos 5 tenths up. This would put him potentially around 5th or 6th. As he's getting a toll from a Haas driver. Stenos will come across the line. We'll go P5. We'll split the Mercedes drivers even more. Beats actually by 300ths. We'll go P5. Currently says P13 in the championship. That was a brilliant qualifying from Stenos. As Luno, I think, is the last one. He's coming into the pits. That is qualifying over. Wow. I originally thought it was going to be 28s. And there's 4. Oh wait, how many drivers is in the 26s? There's 8 drivers in the 26s. I thought we were going to be seeing 28s. But the track has got drier and drier and drier, which means the faster tyres, the faster the track was, I should say. So, wow, I've lost my voice from that. Wow, so many people went provisional pole, and it's ended up being Ken, I believe, who gets pole position. In Australia will, of course, guarantee himself a point, as this is the grid. Here we have Ken lining up the front row with the championship leader, Black Box, alongside him. Then the rest of the grid, Guil is P3, Joshua Evans in P4, Stinos, amazing qualifying by him, goes P5, Axie P6, currently P2 in the championship, Jean Visser is P7, Sniper P8, Luno P9, Masek the F2 driver in P10, Hassan 11th, Nestek 12th the F2 driver as well, Loki 13th, Mike 14th, Mats 15th, Sarkaya 16th, Jet 17th, Saunders 18th, and Tobiah in P19. Unlucky to Jet as well, of course, because he spun on one of his laps in the last corner and lost his front wing, a little bit of it, so he couldn't do any of the last laps, which everyone then went up into higher positions, which has just dropped Jet really far down into P17, so unlucky to him. I believe the formation lap is off, I believe, so that'll be interesting to see. This will be very interesting to see. As yeah, Brian, let's go through like the grid roughly as well. Again, Saunders, brilliant qualifying by him. Like I said, P13, he currently in the standings. He got 2 points in Britain. He didn't score in Miami. He didn't score in the Austria race, but did get 4 points in the Austria sprint. As, oh no, we see Jet leave the session. Maybe try getting back in. I don't believe I can get him back. I have to kind of watch this start. As I said, no formation up, so we will just be lights out as we see 3, 4, 5 red lights of the Australian Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go. I believe the Guil and Joshua Evans had a rubbish start. They go side by side into turn 1, and they're still side by side, but Guil has got the position. Axie also gets the position on Stinos. All of them are there. Ken and Black Box had amazing starts. As let's get the tyres up so we can see what everyone is on. As we have a few spinners in the back. We have Hassan spinning. As everyone is either on the hards or the mediums. Guil on the mediums. Masek on the mediums. Nestek on the mediums. Mike on the mediums. Both Avatari drivers on the mediums. And Hassan on the mediums. We have a few other spinners at the back. We have Loki who spins at the back. And Hassan, as I said before as well, they're currently overtaken. I believe Loki's actually spun again. Yeah, Loki spun again, potentially damaged his wing. I don't think he does. Jean Visser gets the move on Stinos round turn 9 and 10. That's a daring move by Jean Visser there. Currently P2 in the championship. As we can see, Sniper is up behind Stinos. We see potentially... oh, we see fighting between the Mercedes drivers. Axel getting the move on Guil. Not the greatest of team orders potentially there, as they actually went side by side through turn 12 or 13, I believe, I think it was. As Ken currently stays P1. Guil maybe won't be as happy, as he, of course, is on the mediums. So he'll be wanting to get past his teammate, as he is on the better tyres right now. As I believe we saw Sniper, yeah, we saw Sniper get past Stinos there. As you can see at the bottom, predicted pit stop strategy is a 1-stop or a 2-stop, but that's for soft drivers, and I don't think it will be a 2-stop. Everyone will go for a 1-stop, but it could turn into a 2 if there's a late safety car or something, which then everyone, I imagine, would probably box onto the soft compound tyres. As currently we can see Sniper and loads of other drivers going for the new section in Australia, the updated section, there used to be a chicane. It's now just a massive long straight with a few corners, which then leads you into turn 9 and 10. I believe used to be turn 12 and 13. I may be wrong there. As we see a few drivers, Mike and Sarakaya, both getting penalties, as we'll see Tabaya going on a move on Sarakaya. They tap a little bit, there's a bit of a collision, and it causes Tabaya to drop to P16. That is 2 reserve Formula 1 drivers as well. So we'll see if maybe they fight anymore, as we see Jacob or Jet go on the grass behind. He's on the medium, so falls far behind. DRS is enabled. We can look at the grid here. Black Box will have DRS. Joshua Evans will have DRS, but Axa is falling out of the DRS drastically from Joshua Evans and the other drivers in front, and there's currently 1.3 second gap between him and Joshua Evans, but then everyone else will get DRS from 4th all the way down to 11th currently, so a massive DRS train will be there, as the only driver who's missing out on the DRS may potentially be pushing to try getting the DRS is Mike here. But I believe everyone else in front will have the DRS except for Axa. As we can see here, Guil gets DRS, Joan Visser gets DRS, Sniper gets DRS, Stenos gets DRS, Masiek, Nestic and Luno. Even Mike manages to sneak in the DRS, and Sarakaya misses out. So from P12 all the way up to P4 is DRS. Nestic and Luno are fighting. I believe it was Luno who was behind. Luno gets the position on Nestic, as we see Hassan currently P18 getting a 3-second time penalty. As again, Axa misses out on the DRS for this lap, with the top 3 all getting DRS. Of course, Ken not, because he is in the lead. As they currently go around turn 3 into turn 4 and 5. And then they'll go into sector 2, where they'll go into turn 6, 7 and 8. And in the new updated straight section, as I believe that is Sarakaya, maybe spun, I'm not so sure, but he's fallen back down to P17, as Saunders is falling out of the DRS of Mike, who's in front. I believe he's using ERS there. Nope, he is saving by the looks of things now. As you can see, ERS count, Jerome Visser on 16%. He is using... He may realise that he's going to potentially fall out with the DRS of the Mercedes drivers. We'll have to wait and see his tactics behind that, as we see Axa on 30%. Joshua Evans also on the 30%. We can see Black Box on 30. He's trying to close the gap on Ken, as Ken is just saving. He's on 85%. Which means if Black Box will ever go for a move, Ken has the ERS to just defend him off and pull away. So Ken right now is controlling the race quite well, making the other drivers use ERS while he doesn't use ERS and just uses his driving skills to pull away. As we can see, he's using a little bit of ERS there, but he's not using much. Nestic and Mike, P11 and 12, are fighting. I believe Mike has maybe been set up not the greatest from Nestic, as we have Sarakaya spinning in turn 3. He'll go into turn 4 now. As a little DRS train forming as well. Nestic from P11 all the way down to P16. Jacob Jet is caught back up. Of course, there was a 3-second gap between him and the drivers in front. Shows Jet has pace in Australia. And we'll see if he can continue to be close to them, as we see Masiek and Luno fighting. Also Stenos as well, making a few mistakes there. But we'll see Luno get the position as Mats. Oh no, Mats spins. I believe also potentially Tobiah as well got involved in that. But Matt's unlucky to him, so it's P10 in the championship. That is an unlucky spin by him, or collision, I'm not so sure. I did not see. Be unlucky to him, he'll of course continue on may have damage, I'm not so sure, but you can see Hassan is close behind him, so he'll have a little bit of competition. Joshua Evans has fallen out of the 1 second mark from the front two. Luno and Stenos fighting around turn 3, I believe the move was done after the second DRS straight on this track. As Tabaya at the back, P15, gets a 3 second time penalty. As yeah, Joshua Evans falling out of the 1 second gap off of the front two. Axie also not managing to get DRS still. Baguil gets DRS. Jean Visser also gets DRS. Sniper gets DRS. And that is where the DRS train ends. So currently right now we can see what the top 7 is. We can see what the... I don't know how you'd phrase it, but we can see the top 7 drivers right now are currently pulling ahead massively from the other drivers behind. We can see who's really good at this track. Also, maybe hanging on, you could say, with a few of them from DRS. Not saying they're bad at driving or anything, they're all better than me. But all just using the DRS just to hold up with one another, as they're all pulling around 3-4 tenths away from Luno each lap, as he of course has his own little mini DRS trim. We might actually see Massey golden move here. See him closing in. He locks up a little bit. I believe maybe he's thinking of going on the move, but looks like he wasn't using ERS, as he's on 90% ERS. As Loki's at the back, thought it was Sniper. As I also saw there, Jet as well, also picking up a penalty. I believe he's actually moved past a few drivers. Up into P14 he is. So let's actually look at the position changes. See how many positions. So Joshua Evans now P4 up into P3. Grail down from P3 to P5, as actually also goes from P6 to P4. Jean Visser, Sniper and Nuno all also moving up one position, and Stenos, not the greatest of starts for him, P5 in quali, currently sits P9 and potentially under pressure from Masiek as well, who started P10 and is still P10. But then if Nestic started P12, currently P11, he's doing well as he is a F2 driver. We have Saunders behind, who is on a charge, started 18th and is currently 12th. Mike started P14 and is currently P13. Jet was 17th, is now 14th. Tobiah as well started last, is currently 15th, and the other drivers behind are like the drivers who have spun. Sarkaya started 16th, is now 18th. Hassan was 11th, now 17th. Mats was 15th, now 16th, and Loki was 13th, now 19th, as of course they've all spun. As, oh, look at the gaps up here. Joshua Evans has been massively dropped off. Do we potentially see a move here? Actually, Joshua Evans, through turn 9 they go, and turn 10. Actually, we'll open up the DRS. We'll use ERS. Will Joshua Evans defend? The position will be done before the corner, before turn 11. Actually, up into a podium position, up into P3. As Joshua Evans, of course, massively falling off behind Black Box and Ken. We can see Black Box and Ken are superior here. They are really fast at this track. So you see Joshua Evans having a little mistake at the corner. May have compromised himself for Guillermo de Rugna to possibly make a move on him, but he will stay behind. Will try to get a better exit, and does, and opens up ERS. Guillermo, he'll go try on a move potentially. Yep, they'll go too wide into turn 3, but Joshua Evans gets the position into turn 4. So the position's currently just staying the same. Of course, actually getting past Joshua Evans, turn 11 last lap. Joshua Evans going a little wide there. That could potentially be a penalty. I'm not so sure about that. But of course, a DRS train is forming here, as you can see. A Sniper, a lot of speed on Joan Visser here. We might see a move here from Sniper. No, we'll not. We'll just see him stick behind now, as he'll open up DRS and use just a little bit ERS, not much, as he'll just stick behind. Of course, there's a little DRS train performing. Ken and Black Box, of course, are further ahead than everyone. A 2.5 second gap to Axe in P3. And then it's a DRS train all the way down to P7. As let's see if we can get an overshot view of this. Look at this for a view. Grail, Joshua Evans. Or no, Axe, Joshua Evans, Grail, Drone and Sniper all there. As you can see, there's the train, the 5 driver train from P3 all the way down to P7. An 8.3 second gap to Luno, who sits P3 now. So we can see the top 7 are really liking this track. So we see Grail, Joshua Evans fighting again. Grail dive bombing again into turn 3, the second DRS straight. But Joshua Evans still keeps the position. Turn 4 is where Joshua Evans is managing to get the position back, as Grail, of course, goes on the outside and Joshua Evans on the inside where he wants to be going into that corner. As we are just over 1/3 of the way through this race. Currently the top 2 have stayed the same. Ken, as we see Stinos, currently P15, gets a 5-second time penalty for corner cutting and gaining a position, or an advantage I guess you could say. Well, Stinos has spun actually, I didn't notice that. Stinos was P5 at the start but must have spun and drops to P15, sorry I didn't see that. Nestic moves up into a point position, the F2 driver, but does have a few drivers behind who will be eager to get past. Sorry for the noise in the background now, I'll talk over it. As we have Sarakaya again spinning turn 13 I believe, or the exit of turn 12 I should say. As we can see, the gap between P2 and 3, Black Box and Axe, is now about to be into the 3 seconds. As actually Axe is using a little bit of ERS, so it won't go up to 3 seconds as of yet, but I imagine it may potentially go up to 3 seconds soon. As we can see a massive train, like I said, from Nestic all the way down. You can see it on the minimap. Nestic, Saunders, Mike, Jet, Tobiah, and Stinos potentially may get involved soon as well with Mats. We'll have to wait and see there. A 9-second gap from 7th to 8th, Sniper to Luno. As I've said again, superior driving from the top 7 now. All just using the DRS to hang with one another. As we'll see Grail again being really close to Joshua Evans and may look for a move into turn 3 again, but he's a bit too far back and will stay behind for the now, as I believe Joshua Evans actually locked up into turn 3 there. So go around turn 4 now, where I spun a few times in the race yesterday in Formula 3. It was a bit sad, but we'll move on. Oh, a few penalties. Jean Visser, P6, gets a 3-second time penalty. Will only drop to P7, but is technically behind Sniper right now. As Luno also gets a penalty. As let's see real quick. Penalties. Luno has 6 seconds, so Luno's going to drop back to about P11. Luno's going to go out of the points right now with how this is going. Sarakaya pits, may potentially soon get lapped, may have lost his front line, but he's on the soft tyres, so I can imagine he may try to steal Ken's fastest lap. As, whoa, what's happened here? Joshua Evans making massive mistakes. Joshua Evans is out of the DRS of Axa, and Grail, Jean and Sniper will all use this as an advantage, as it's now a 4-driver train. As you see actually Jerome make a little mistake there. Sniper may go a move. Oh no, we see Nestic and... oh wait, no. They're pitting. Never mind. Don't listen to anything I said. They both pit onto the hard compound tyres. They were both on the mediums. Lap 13 is normally when most people pit. So they're going for the normal strategy pretty much. They both drop back to P16 and 17. But we'll go back up to the front. So you see actually a mistake there from Mike. Oh, that was some... Oh, Mike's gone. Mike has binned it, and it's a safety car. So we saw what happened there. We saw Mike make a mistake, which led to, I believe it was Matt's getting the move or someone getting the move on Mike, and then Tabaya tries to make the same move, but Mike, I believe, didn't leave him enough room, and Tabaya hits him once, tries to control the car, and ends up going into him again, which leads to Tabaya spinning, and then Mike DNFing as we see all the drivers at the front coming into the pits. This is literally perfect timing. This is so unlucky to Masiek and Nestic. They both just pitted from point positions, and it's now a safety car, which everyone is pitting for. Saunders, P9, getting a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane, actually gets held up as well by Luno. Jet might actually get the move on him here in the pit lane, and he does. Saunders getting held up that little bit has led to Jet getting the move back as Masiek up into P9. I don't know how that's happened, but he's back up into the point position. Nestic goes P12, which is alright, but he was higher, so Nestic will have to fight his way back through the field. Unlucky to him. So this is really interesting. The top 8 are all on the medium tyres. Of course, Luno was the one who was further back from the top 7. The top 7, of course, having the superior pace right now. So this will be interesting to see if Luno will be able to hold on from the DRS of the top 7 drivers, or more to be specific, Jean Visser. So what's also to notice, the penalties, which may take effect, of course, at the end of the race. Jean Visser on a 3-second penalty. Oh no, what's this? Saunders, oh yeah, Saunders pitting again to serve his 5-sec. Wait, you can't serve 5-second time penalties under the safety car, I believe. He might be trying. Oh no, he is serving it. Never mind. I'm just dumb. He's going onto the soft compound tyres because he was on the hards. He may, you know what? Saunders might be using these softs now. We'll use these for a lap and we'll box again potentially for the mediums just to serve his 5-second penalty. We'll have to wait and see. That could be what he's doing, which is smart, but he may not be able to catch up to the field in time, as I believe it may be in this lap or next lap, I imagine. So, I believe... Oh, it is in this lap. Wow, so Sarakaya is still a bit far behind. But it will be in this lap. Sarakaya is only just caught up now. And we'll have to start warming up his tyres now. Only just having caught up to the field. But we'll watch Ken. Will he go round turn 13? No, he won't. He'll leave it for turn 14. He'll go now, mid-turn 14. Black Box will be with him. So let's see, anyone sleeping? Luno having a rubbish start as well, but also Masiek as well. As Masiek is leaving to warm up those tyres. Oh, that may be another warning for Luno, maybe a little bit too much in turn 1. But we'll see any moves. Yeah, oh! Joshua Evans and Guile making a little contact there. Sniper having to judge his driving. The Sniper side by side with Joan Visa. Joan Visa backs out. Sniper of course had to slow down because of Guile going into Joshua Evans just so slightly. But let's see. Ken and Black Box. They kept in the DRS of one another throughout the whole race. And now other drivers will have a chance to try keep up with them. But the gap is already forming between them a little bit. 6.5 tenths right now it is. Will we see them pull away? Will we see them pull further away? It's the question. So for anyone just tuning in now, the safety car has just came in and everyone is already bunching up again as they were before. Luno is managing to keep up with the other drivers, as before he wasn't. Masiek is falling behind though as he's on the hard tyres. But yeah, top 8 right now. Oh! Ken's went wide! Sorry for that, I did not see that. Ken has went extremely wide. Oh my goodness, Black Box is up into P1, actually got Ken, and now Ken is under pressure from Joshua Evans. I believe Hassan has just spun there as well. As Joshua Evans is potentially going to try and make the move on Ken. No, he will not. He maybe try here with ERS, I imagine. Yeah, he may go for a move here. That's Guile. Guile's actually going to go on a move on Joshua Evans. Actually, no, he won't. He'll fake Joshua Evans into thinking that he's going for a move. Masiek actually catching back up with the drivers in front. Of course, will want that DRS. As Jet behind, 2.5 seconds behind. Masiek may be looking for points again, as he's an F2 driver but scored 6 points I believe last week in his Formula 1 debut. DRS is enabled, and Black Box has gotten out the DRS of AXA. Oh wait, no, it's not activated yet. Well, it is, as I think it's Tobia. I'm sorry, I'm probably saying that wrong. He retires in pits. I imagine maybe damaged. Nestek, no, Nestek maybe went wide or spun. I'm not sure what it is, but we saw him drop down 2-3 positions there. As we can see, AXA's really pushing here to get the DRS. And I believe he will, yeah. But Ken will not. Ken will get a 3-second time penalty. So Ken, as of right now, will drop out of his podium position and will go to about P... Oh, we see Saunders and Nestek have came together, I believe. Through turn 9 and 10, I think, maybe. As, Nestek was potentially in for points as well today. Unlucky to him, the F2 driver, of course. But Ken, massively falling out of the DRS of AXA and all them in front. And again, a massive train is behind. Luno is doing his best to keep up with these drivers in front and is keeping up with them. So, you know, fair play as we see Guile, Joshua Evans. Guile actually gets the position this time. He keeps the position through turn 4, where Joshua Evans would normally get him back. As Nesek speeding into the pit lane, I imagine he will retire. He would have retired already. Nestek may be Nestek, Yeah, it looks like Nestek will be himself and will try to go for the fastest lap. That's what he loves to do. He never loves to, if he spins, he'll never go into the pits and retire. He'll always finish the race, as I imagine he'll probably try to go for the fastest lap. He'll go for the point. So fair play to Nestek for always doing that throughout all the races. So we'll go back up to the front. We'll pay attention up here. Quickly actually, Sniper really close to Joshua Evans right now. As you see, yellow flags. It's Saunders at the back. Turn 10, I believe. Sorry for the noise in the background now as well again. AXA and Black Box. Black Box currently sitting around 30% ERS. AXA only on 15. So ERS advantage, there isn't much between AXA and Black Box. Ken, massive gap. Oh, we see a move here, possibly getting done by Guil. Yeah, Guil sends it up on him. Turn 3. And Guil gets the position. Guil is up into a podium position. Oh, it's a safety car. Oh my goodness, it's a safety car. And I imagine it's the soft time. So we're going to have even more bunching up. And I imagine it'll be soft tyres. I can imagine maybe drivers like Luno, Jerome, maybe Stenos, Masiek may stay out. They may stay out and just try hold off the top drivers for 6-7 laps, however many laps we will be watching this race for, or however many laps it will be after the safety car comes in. But it'll be a few less laps because Saunders and Nestek will have to catch up. So we'll see. Will they pit? I imagine they will do, but the Mercedes are gonna have to double stack Guil. As we see Black Box not pit. Oh, they're not pitting. Ken is though. Ken is, I think, trying to go in the softs. Who else is in? Jerome is in. Masiek in, no. Stenos, no. Jet is. Matt's, yeah, they're all going on the softs, so this is going to be interesting. A few of the top drivers at the top of the grid are going onto the soft track, or fumbling my words. They're going on the soft tyres, as it will be 6-7 laps of racing, I imagine, maybe. So I'll have to wait and see with that. That's going to be really interesting to see if the likes of Ken and Jerome and they will actually be able to catch back up. Ken was in front of Jerome. Something's happened here, and Jerome has came out in front of Ken. Ken might have had front wing damage. We don't know. But Jerome is now in front of Ken. Interesting stuff. So what's interesting to say here, of course we can see the top 9 have stayed out. Everyone else has pitted. It's going to be really interesting to see if Jean Visa, Ken, Jet and all of them can make their way past the drivers in front who have stayed out on the medium or hard compound tyres. Of course, Matt's. Oh, Jean Visa has went into the back of Matt's and gained a 5-second penalty. I imagine that may be removed, I'm not so sure. But Jean Visa has got a 5-second penalty, and I believe is up to 8 seconds. Sakaya on 12 seconds in P13 right now. Of course, drivers in front as well, like Luno, Stenos, also on penalties. And notice this, all the soft runners, all the people who pitted are all on penalties as well. So not only are they going to have to charge with the soft tyres, but they're going to have to get like a 3 or 6 second gap to the drivers behind as they're on penalties. That's Hassan pits. What's this for? Is this for a new front wing? Or he just pitted for softs? What? I don't get this. Maybe to have an advantage over the drivers in front, having a lap younger tyres? I have no idea. But interesting to see now. Currently, it would be a double Mercedes podium. Of course, Guil won the race last week in Austria. Black Box Guil also originally won the sprint race, but after Guil, who was it? Guil, Black Box, Joshua Evans, and I believe Sniper. It was one of the Alfa Romeo drivers. But anyway, they went 4 wide into turn 3. Guil making the send to make it 4 wide. The Alfa Romeo driver, I can't remember if it was Sniper or Loki, but whichever one it was, they got collected up in it and actually ended up spinning, getting pushed off track and having to come back on. So, well, I don't think we'll see the safety car in this lap. The message would come up now, I believe. And I believe it's not, no. The safety car will wait one more lap for the likes of Loki, Saunders and Nestic. Nestic pretty much being the last person now. So this is going to be interesting. Will Black Box, AXA, Guil, Aldame be able to hold off the soft runners? That is, if the soft runners manage to get up into the higher positions, that is. Saunders, oh, Loki pits actually. I'm not sure why. Maybe retirement? I don't know. But again, as previously mentioned, or for anyone, let's actually say, if anyone's tuning into the stream now, whoa, we see Matt's nearly going to the back of Stenos there as well. But anyway, if you're only just tuning into the stream now, this is the second safety car of the race. The championship leader Black Box is currently in the lead with the P2 in the championship. John Visser taking a chance and going on to softs to try and make his charge up in the field. Guillermo de Brugna, last week's double winner, but then only one winner after penalties applied after the race. Currently sits P3 and his teammate AXA sits P2. Constructor standings is right now as well. Mercedes sit P3, only 13 points off the lead. And the safety car is in this lap, so we'll see that message pop up. Black Box will go slow, of course. We'll force everyone to, you know, slow. Maybe we'll see a 5-second penalty. Oh, Mats is winning to the back of Stenos. That might be a 5 second. We've witnessed that. Will it be? Nearly again. That wasn't a 5 second. Hassan? What's happened to Hassan? Something's happened to Hassan and he's overtaken under the safety car. I don't know what's happened there. But we're going to go back up to the front of the field to watch Black Box as the safety car will enter the pits now. I believe Black Box will wave to warm up his tyres. Fake goes and will go. Yeah, he's faking going. Will he go round at turn 13? Yes, he will. He will go at turn 13. All the other drivers are 3-4 tenths behind as Black Box instantly swerve to the right to try break up the DRS as Jerome Visa has made a mistake out of the last corner with Mats. Both of them have went off. Jean Visser dropping to P14. Oh, drivers in front are braking quite early. Jean Visser will be definitely on the attack. We'll see here any moves at the top. I believe not now. Everyone is kind of staying apart from one another. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. We see Jet and Saunders. We see Saunders going to the back of Jet. Jet was in the possibility of points as well, but after Saunders tapping him, he's away down into P16. John, of course, after a little mistake at the start, Ken and Masiek, I believe Masiek let Ken pass there. Good teamwork by them. I imagine maybe a party with them. That's Luno, another 3 seconds. Saunders gets overtaken by Jerome, but is just behind. May look for a move. No, he will not. Oh, we see Jean Visser have a massive mistake. Saunders squeezes past, just goes past. And we see Nestek and Hassan, they're side by side in the turn 13. Nestek getting switched back, but Loki comes into him. He goes into him, I should say. Loki makes a little mistake there, of course, maybe not judging Nestek trying to go for the switchback. Nestek may go for the switchback again here. Oh, Loki goes a little wide. Nestek, of course, as well, has no penalties, so he'll be looking to gain the... Oh! We witnessed that. Jean Visser going on a massive, massive send on Saunders there. I don't know what that send was. Loki getting another 3-second time penalty. That send was a little ambitious for Joan there. He's getting held up massively to the drivers in front, so he must have been looking eagerly past the drivers, as Ken is past Stenos now as well. Ken is on the charge. 2 seconds behind the other drivers in front, but I think we'll see Ken catch up eventually. We see Loki sadly swinging the back nearly into turn 9. Wait, is that a retirement on track? That may be a retirement on track for Loki, I'm not so sure. We'll have to see. Of course, there'll be, I imagine, a report about that, as retirement on track, I believe, is 8 penalty points. You get 6-15 for a quali ban, I believe it is. So you don't really want to be retiring on track. The top 6 are all staying with one another, but look at this. Ken is catching up. Ken is a demon now in the Ferrari. The colour of the demon is on the attack. Potentially for P1. He's so much faster than the drivers in front, but also, not to mention this as well, Ken has a penalty of 3 seconds. So not only would he have to get into first if he wants to, but he'll have to pull 3 seconds away from the other drivers. Luno also on 9 seconds, so Luno right now will drop back to maybe P10, so he's really wanting to get past other drivers. Of course, because he's on 9 seconds, that's massive time penalty. We see possibly Sniper going on the move on Joshua Evans. We may see a move. We see a move for the lead, I should say, actually. Axa getting past Black Box. We see Guil hitting him. Jean Visser is gone out of the exit of turn 10. He drops to the back of the grid in Australia. The currently sits P2 in the championship. May drop back to like P4 or 5 in the championship after this race. But we see a new leader now. But we'll see Black Box with Max ERS lifts off. May want the ERS. Yeah, he'll get the ERS here. I imagine he'll use a bit of his 100% ERS. Yeah, he's not fully using as well. He's going side by side with Axa. Axa kind of sends it a little bit. Oh, causes Guil to go into the back of him. Guil spun. Guil's down to P7 because of that. Not only to mention, Ken is up into P5 now. He got a move on Luno and also Guil, who of course I believe went into the back of Black Box and Axa after they both kind of break late. Jean Visser retires in the pits. Unlucky to him. He had a brilliant start to the season but hasn't had the last few good races. So he's not having the best run now. Luno, another 3-second time penalty. Whoa! I believe Sniper's only just got a time penalty. He's made a move on Joshua Evans for P3. Ken and Joshua Evans going side by side. Joshua Evans has went wide. Ken's in the wall. Oh my goodness, what's happened here? Ken is in the wall. Saunders is gone. Luno's gone. What's happening? What's just... Oh no, Ken's all the way at the back. Oh no, Ken's going to go in the pits and retire. Oh, he's cut the pit lane entry and everything. Oh, he's in the wall. Oh, Ken's race is over just like that. Oh, that's a heartbreak. Yeah, he retires in the pits. Oh, what happened? I don't know. We'll have to see with reports. Ken was definitely in for so many points there, as we're in the second last lap of the race here. Sniper is trying to pull off of Joshua Evans here, as he does have a time penalty. As we may see a move here for the lead into turn 9. Black Wolf and Axa. Black Wolf backs out. Will try to get a better exit. Will carry the more speed through the corner. Will use ERS. Sniper's gone! Sniper's gone! Joshua Evans and Greal fighting for P3. Greal getting the position done. Axel is staying P1 now. Snipe, oh my goodness, 3 of the front runners who were in the top 7 when I was mentioning earlier have all spun, and it's now only the top 4 is still there, but Sniper, Ken and Jerome Visser are all gone. Black Box is gone! The championship leader spun in the last corner! And it's the 1-2 as of right now in the last lap for Mercedes. Black Box, I believe it was the last corner. He's hoping for penalties now. Penalties of the other drivers will hopefully get him positions. But what is happening? Sayakaya is P5, but it's 15-second time penalty. I don't know how's that. Everyone has just been spinning. The second last lap of the race, going into the last lap of the race, the championship leader Black Box spins. I thought I was going to be interviewing him again today, but it's sad to say it doesn't look like that. Sayakaya is going on the move on Stenos. They will go wide, too wide, potentially into turn 9 and 10, but Stenos backs off, try to get a better exit, but Saunders is behind. Saunders is gone! Oh my goodness, why is everyone spinning? Saunders is gone. He loses his front wing. And it's a reset to track as well. We just witnessed that as well. As it is a 1-2 for the Mercedes drivers. Axel will come across the line to win in Australia, and Greal will come across the line to make it a 1-2 for Mercedes with Joshua Evans in P3, and we'll see the penalties start to kick in. Masiek! Oh wait, never mind. Black Box gets back up into P4 because of the other penalties. Whoa, Black Box still gained so many points because of the penalties of all the other drivers. Masiek, the F2 driver, ends P5. That is 10 more points for Masiek. What an amazing few races for Masiek in his first few races in Formula 1. Hassan with P6. What is that for a race? All the top drivers spinning at the end. What was that? Wow, wow, wow. There's potential of desync for a few drivers, but we see a 1-2 for Mercedes on the podium, like we saw in last year in real life, a Mercedes driver and Red Bull driver mix on the podium. But we'll see a double French on the podium in P1 and P2, as here is how the race has ended up. We have Axel and Greal, both Mercedes drivers, in the 1-2 positions. Joshua Evans ends P3, the Welsh driver. Black Box, after spinning from P2, I believe, on the second last lap, last corner, ends P4. Masiek, F2 driver, ends P5. Hassan ends P6. Stenos P7. Jet ends in the points. He'll be extremely happy with that. Mats ends P9. Sayakaya, with 15 seconds of penalties, manages to sneak 1 point in the race. Saunders ends P11. Nestek P12. Luno P13. Sniper P14. Ken P15, but will get a point actually, as he does have the fastest lap of the race. Jerome Visser P16, Loki P17, Tabaya P18, and Mike P19. Wow, wow, wow. That was an end. That was a chaotic race to the end. Wow, that was a race. That was... Wow, we can see Jet as well. Jet left. He crashed. Well, not crashed. He disconnected at the start of the race. It starts P17 and ends P8 in the points. I don't know if that's his first points of the season. Let me check. That is Jacob or Jet's first points of the season. He gets 4 points. He will be extremely, extremely happy with that. Wow, wow, wow. That was a brilliant race. As we're gonna get interviews potentially with the top drivers, we'll ask, of course, to see if they can do it. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I need to invite to the party. Bear with me 1 second as I invite the drivers here to the party. We're inviting Joshua Evans, we're inviting Axet, and where's Gail? I can't find him. I'll find him in my friends list, hopefully. There we go. So that is the top 3. They've been added to the party. Hopefully they will join. It looks like Joshua Evans will be joining us.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. Hello?
Hello, yeah. We can hear.
Cool.
I believe Axel may be joining. He says we're interviews. There we go. Alright, so we'll start off with let's start off with the winner of the race, Axel.
Yeah.
Brilliant race. You were up there most of the time, I think. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, you were up there, top 7. Of course, at the end, Black Box spun, which led to you kind of having a comfortable P1, of course, as well. Guil, your teammate, P2. What did you think of Black Box spinning and just the race overall?
For the quali, in quali, I feel like everything was against me. So yeah,
It was raging.
I was raging P6. That's definitely not a great position to start, and especially when I did 16.8 on quali, so
Ooh.
that was very nice. So yeah, I was a bit annoyed, but in the race, yeah, I succeeded to overtake 1 people on start and to overtook Gil, which had wheel issues. So and after, yeah, the Ken and Ken was very fast, and yeah, I was happy when the safety car, the first one, came, because
Yeah.
yeah, it allows me to come back. And after he did a mistake, and that's at this moment I thought
Fais pas ton
I don't know how
timide,
to
allez.
I don't know how to pronounce this word, but I was always to think about the win, and yeah, I overtook him 3 laps before the end, and
Yeah.
he spun though, so that was after that. That was after this. That was a comfort a comfortable win.
Yeah, overall, Yeah, overall a really good race by you. We'll move on to your teammate Grill again, interviewing again last week. Of course, you had max points. Ended up getting a few penalties, dropping a few points. But again, P2 in this race. Of course, you must be happy for your teammate. What did you think again? Like, same with you of black box spinning and kind of the overall race? Because I saw as well a few fights with Josh a few times. You liked turn 3 quite a lot, fighting there.
Yeah, I did a good move on Joshua. But yeah, when my teammate is here, I have no chance to win. I think it's this. But after that, yeah, the quali was okay. I was unlucky because uh, I was one of the first to finish the quali, so
Mm.
I start P3. To that, I have an issue with my wheel because
Ooh.
after the rain, my wheel is different. I don't know why, and every time it's the same. So when during the safety car, I reboot my wheel, and it was okay. So the end of the race was good. And yeah, when Black Box spun, I was amazingly happy, you know, because no, he he tried everything to save the car, but he
Yeah.
couldn't. And yeah, I spun because of him, because they were both lagging in front of me, so that was complicated. They were everywhere on track.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was P7 in one lap. I was P2. I don't know how, but yeah, it
All
was
right.
P2 at the end. So good result for the team.
Yep. And then we'll move on to P3. Joshua Evans again interviewing you.
Yep.
You were up there as well again from pretty much top 7 the whole race. I think you were. Decided to stay out. Most people decided to stay out from the safety car, which was I think like lap 20, 23, 24 I think it was. Overall, like, what did you think of the race? What was your thoughts as well on black box spinning? Because of course that got you the podium, kind of.
I have nothing to say about that. It's just an error of his own. He's not
Yeah.
really influenced me apart from jumping up a spot, which is nice. The race was good for me. I haven't done Australia this year at all really, so I've been putting in a bit of graft this morning, trying to get up to pace. I was doing 118s in qualifying earlier and stuff, and I couldn't keep the car, couldn't keep the rear planted at all in practice. So when it was wet in qualifying, I was quite happy because I know it can balance out the grid a bit, give me a bit of a better chance, and I'm quite comfortable in wet weather, being gentle with the inputs. I think that's why I'm a bit slow usually in quali, because I'm not aggressive enough with the turn-ins and getting the throttle slammed down quick enough. So the wet weather was good for me. I enjoyed it. Yeah, good start off the line. Got Gwill off the start, which was good. Made me give me a chance to keep with the guys up front and not worry about them pulling away. But it was weird. Me and Jerome had a glitch that showed Gwill was on mediums at the start.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it was a massive confusing. It was confusing because I didn't know. I was playing it as if he was on mediums, keeping it behind because I knew it would make the hard start coming out of the pits worse for him if he was closer to us. Make that tyre warm up last even longer.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really confusing when he got in the pits and he was back onto mediums. But
I think it's shown for me as well that he was on mediums.
yeah, it wasn't an issue. It wasn't demoralising. It was still showing that I was holding pace even on the
Yeah.
same compound. So yeah, I was really impressed with my pace. I took a gamble and went with a bit of a higher aero setup, which I bet a lot of people could recognise a bit on the straights, but in the corners I was really comfortable. Stayed out of the wall-ins, which was one of the big goals. I knew a lot of people would be picking up penalties late on when it got to the aggro parts of the race. It got a bit scrappy at the end when it got scrappy as well when Gwill overtook me. I'll have to look at it back, but I wouldn't. It was a bit iffy. I'm not too sure what happened, but then Ken spun it off me. I've watched my footage back, and he understeered into me, so it's unfortunate for him and whoever he collected behind. But yeah, I didn't turn in or cause anything myself. Just give him a bit of squeeze, natural racing squeeze.
Yeah.
Apart from that, then just kept it on track and got it to the line. I would have been happy with anything today as long as I would have finished. That was my goal, because I really didn't have much prep, but I surprised myself with my pace and came away with a podium again, which I'm chuffed about.
Well, yeah, your pace was really good throughout the whole race. I was kind of mentioning throughout the whole race that the top 7 was kind of the ones to watch, which was you three, and then I believe it was Ken, Sniper, Jean, and there was someone else.
It would have been the Alpine, but you had like 6 seconds of power.
Oh yeah, yeah, sure. Black box, low Sniper, Ken,
that's pretty.
Visa, and you three. Yeah, Luno had good pace as well. After the first safety car, I think it was, he stayed with yous. Do you want to say anything else before I send off the stream?
No, just cheers for your time, mate. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, no problem. So that is it. Of course, you can join back next week. Next week is the Bahrain Grand Prix, I'm pretty sure. Same time next week, Friday, 6 p.m. It may be me commentating again, I'm not sure. Maybe Watchtech, but we'll wait and see with that. But yeah, that is the end of today's Ero PlayStation F1 race. Like I said, tune in next week at the same time, the Bahrain Grand Prix. And with that saying, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you later.